Hello everyone, it is Wong Village here, bringing you a brand new live stream today, and we are going to feature the new Culdee Fell engines, and we are going to talk about our Culdee Fell project as well. The Culdee Fell project, the script has already been written for quite a long time, and it also took us quite some time to finish it since the script is relatively long in length, and I think that this will probably be one of our biggest projects so far. So as for me, because I wrote almost the whole script by my own, I think that it is pretty good. I mean, I quite enjoy the story myself, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it too. So as you can see in the screen, we have our Culdee Fell engines lined up, and maybe Dita, do you want to talk a bit more about
Yes,
the
all right.
engines?
So actually this lineup is not only for this live stream to showcase all the engines to you. Well, actually we haven't shown any, not all of the engines on Twitter or YouTube before. But this lineup is actually made especially for shooting some photos that became the poster that we photoshopped each element into it. So this set right here. Let me take up the camera. This set right here is actually not built just for this one, so it's kind of authentic. It's built for a poster, so that's what it is. Okay, yeah. So looking at the engines. One of the first thing I'd like to point out is that all of these are customs, and apparently they all take a lot of time. I started to make the phone is running out of battery, so let's just try to charge it. It's not working, so let's continue first. I started making the first engine here, Eric. I think more than a year ago, and finished all of them just a few months ago when we started filming. So it took a lot of time, and although we have apparently two kinds of engines, the part from Ernest, Wilfred, Godred, and Coley that uses the model of Freddy, and the other also Shane Jr. right over here, and the other three newer designs engines using Duncan as the base. So although we have two main designs, actually all of the engines are very quite different from each other. First, if you look at the front, some of them has handrails, or some don't. So that's just some little details that which I haven't pointed out on Twitter before. So it's just some variations to be made on engines, so that they don't look all the same. For example, like Wilfred here has a little pipe, if you can see, along his tank, while the others do not. So that's one of the things to point out about these engines. And even though, for example, let's turn over Ernest and Wilfred. So actually, if you just look at the back, it's already different. I'm not sure if you can see that. Yeah, the backs are different from each other, different designs. And if I turn over portrait, you can see, although it's this similar design or idea as Ernest, but the overall face at the back and all the shapes and the window size and height and what's not are all different, so that you can hopefully find out which engine is on screen when filming, when you're watching the special, and especially when I'm filming the special. So it's some of the details. So maybe if actually would like to continue with how the story actually come along. How many stories did we adapt, and how many new stories did we put into this movie? It's not like the adventure continues that we made last year. We actually had some actual inputs. We actually have some new stories for each of our mountain friends, since the mountain engine book itself does not cover all of the engines. So we actually put in some new elements, some new
stories of our own.
yeah, of our own, apart from adapting those from the book. So maybe actually we'll continue while I grab a charging cord for the phone.
So as some of you may have noticed that this year is also the year that the Railway series book about mountain engines is released 55 years ago. So we think that this may actually be a golden opportunity for us to maybe do a little celebration or maybe just to tie in with the story itself. As for the script, I think it is one of our longest scripts to date, and because just now teacher has also mentioned that this is actually an adaptation of the Mountain Railway book and also some adventures of our own. Well, basically we studied the story about mountain engines, and we figured out some engines they do not really have a major role in some stories. For example, maybe like Shane Dooney, or maybe Wilfred and Ernest and Eric. So I think that we can actually write some stories about them as well, and then we just put it into the whole story just happened quite smoothly, and we hope that that is what we hope to see. And the script has been also modified for quite a number of times just because we want to make it better, or maybe for more interesting things to watch. And we have also some Easter eggs and bonus scenes in our special, so that we hope that you guys can enjoy it as well. So we know that the filming progress is actually difficult for us, since there are many things that we need to consider. For example, maybe the engines, and also maybe for the coaches. Everything has been made from zero. So we have put a lot of effort in this project. So I hope that you will enjoy it.
And how many of you are actually watching this? I'm not sure. How can I check that? Oh, there's actually a lot going on in the chat. Wow. So let me pop this out. Pop out. Yes, and then here.
So are there any questions that you would like to ask?
Yeah, I think
or maybe
about
you want us to answer it?
Yeah, about Culdee Fell, I think that's it for us to talk about.
Or maybe
on
we
our
can
own. So,
review that
yeah,
content.
yeah, we can actually show something to you. But are there any questions for Culdee Fell or season 2, or just personally? Well, not too personally, but any questions from the chat that we can answer? And also, can you hear us clearly? This is very important. I don't want to, keep on talking for an hour and, turns out no one can actually hear us. Well, okay, we've got a question from Trainboy53. Are Edward and Henry still going to live at Timothy's Jets in your series? Which should refer to our season 2 of the series. So what answer do you have?
So honestly, we started to get a little bit away from the series in our season 2, and I think I can say that we have decided to keep Edward and Henry in Timothy's Jets. Instead, we are just moving Mia and Rebecca to some other places as well.
Yeah, so basically we're keeping all engines current steam team at Timothy's Jets, but we still love, especially Rebecca as a character, and Mia as an opportunity to introduce some character dynamics with, may I review Billy? We have an episode of Mia and Billy.
Yes.
So we still want those engines to come into our series, but not take over the main role of Edward and Henry and Timothy's Jets. So they will have to go somewhere else. And so Mia is going to
Vickerstown.
Yeah, Vickerstown with Rosie, and Rebecca is going. Well, we're giving her a new express line,
yes,
suggested by a friend of us on Twitter. We are running the express from the docks to what's it?
Kirk
Kirk
Machan.
Machan, whatever. So we are having this new express line on the vertical direction of Gordon's.
I mean between
the
north and the south.
Yeah, so it's basically another line that's not covered by the current express line. So we are running Rebecca that new line. So hopefully it makes sense.
So basically we are planning like a line for Rebecca to run between the northern parts and the southern parts, while Gordon runs from Netford to Bickerstown, which is basically the east parts and the western parts. I mean the east and west line of Sodor. So we think that this may be interesting for us to write, and we have decided that the trains they can like interchange between around, I think it was at Marin Station. So I think not many of us would basically go things down to details like that, but I think that just makes the story more logical.
Yeah, so basically we also won't tell you about the new line so detailed in the story. So it is a good opportunity and a very good question raised by Train Boy 53, so that we have the opportunity here in the live stream to clarify what the new express business is going on. It kind of works. So another question I saw from Colin Joe is that about Rebecca, playwright Rebecca. Well, we have actually posted on Twitter, but not on YouTube yet, which is a good idea. We can do another review or spotlight today about our custom Rebecca, and we have changed it to make it more accurate. And let me just
so Dean will just go to grab the Rebecca first, and we can see that he has also made some changes to the player Rebecca to make it more better, and he will explain what details he have done, and he'll just let you see it in a minute. Well, also we have decided that we changed our style of writing in season 2 as well. We wanted everything to look better, so we decided to finish every script and then start to film. And so far, I think the progress is quite good. Yeah. So Dieter has got his Rebecca with here.
How am I gonna do this?
Or maybe you can move
throw away
some.
the tracks, and you've seen quite enough of my room's ceiling, and it's hopefully you cannot see our face, because I think you can't. And here is Rebecca. Very dangerous camera. Should definitely change it. Well, while it cannot focus quite clearly, you can see that this is Rebecca, and that's it's not charging anyway. So, and you can see the roof of Rebecca is actually converted into navy blue already, and painted buffers and lamp. What's
the lamp?
Oh yeah, the lamp is also painted. And
wheels
what else?
changed to corner.
Yes, the wheels actually changed to corner ones. Why corner but not heroes? Basically because they share the similar motor. So this whole unit at the bottom is actually corners instead of Rebecca's.
Yeah, and another reason why we decided to use corner instead of heroes wheels is because the base of corner only has one wheel in between, but the one of hero has two, and basically not fully in a round shape. So I think that may look a little bit funny, but
yes,
so that's why corners will look more accurate.
We've painted. Actually, this camera's really awful, not focusing at all. But you can see we've painted these panels or the cap, inner cap as black. We have painted these navy blue and this navy blue, and we've also copied this pattern and printed it out onto this area. So the back is actually painted as well, and the wheels are painted with the white rim. I think that's it. That's Rebecca. So yeah, let's keep on looking at Rebecca while we answer some more of the questions. Well, there are actually quite a lot of questions. What? So yes. And another question from Pioneer Tank Productions as what inspired us to make videos? Well, we have talked about this quite a lot of time already,
Yeah.
and maybe Thatcher can give us a very brief history and inspiration, and maybe name some YouTubers that some other fellow friends and users that inspired us along the way. And yeah, as I'll continue to try to change the camera and attempt to
So
try.
as some of you may know that this is already our 5th year on YouTube, and right before 5 years before, actually Dieter and I have already met, and basically we were sitting next to each other in our art classes, and I did a lot of artwork based on Thomas, and then he was like saying, "Oh, do you like Thomas too?" Yeah, and then that is when we found out that both of us like Thomas, and we think that is like a miracle that the both of us can meet each other, and we're about the same age and we have the same childhood hobby. So after that we know that we like Thomas as well. Then I started to take pictures and also maybe some videos, some short clips of Thomas, and I sent it to Dieter. And then Dieter has also did some clips. I remember that
With
but
the
not
Bachmann train.
yeah, with Bachmann
Bachmann
trains.
engines, yeah.
So that
And
is
in Chinese, just for
fun.
actually, not
So
not uploaded to YouTube or whatever.
so that is when we decided maybe we should try setting up our own YouTube, just talking about Thomas and what we like in our childhood. So though some people they may tease us for like, oh, you're so lame, why do you still like Thomas? But I think that is just me. So
So you're just lame.
yeah, I think that you just need to accept that it's just me. So, but I'm pretty grateful that a lot of people they do accept that I love Thomas, and that is already a fact. So I don't really mind at all. So, and after we decided to start up our YouTube channel, then we started to write some stories of our own, and then the first one we wrote was The Sound of Lady, and it was filmed on 2014 on my birthday. So if you check that video out, you still see some birthday decorations in the background.
Okay, so maybe we have to stop this camera. We have a new camera joining, so you can hear the echo already. So let's switch it now. Okay, now we're going.
Okay.
So oh wait, after we've changed this camera, it definitely looks better. But do you guys still hear us all right from the chat? Is it still working? The microphone. Do you still hear us clearly? If someone can give us a response on if you can hear us clearly, it would be great. So I see a lot of questions going on there, which I want to answer, but if yeah, so all right.
Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
okay, thank you.
So as I was saying just now, how our channel started up, and we should also like name some YouTubers that we got inspiration on, and not just to name a few. We've got inspired from Percy Engine 619, Diesel D199, Psychic Jason, Enterprising Engines 93.
I think there's no need to name all of them.
Yeah,
So
these are just only
yeah,
a
a
few.
lot of big and small users inspired us along the way, and all the fellow friends, especially those from the TCC, working with them was a blast and really filled us with inspiration as well as skills to make. For example, like this one, if it wasn't for the TCC, we wouldn't have this.
We wouldn't have
this
got
lighting.
massive or dramatic improvements in
Yeah,
our filming.
just look at the lighting. When you just turn on the lights, it's so much better. But if it wasn't for the TCC, our video would just look like this yellowish dark, and yeah. So
and
we're
basically,
really
the TCC also helped us to build up a network with other people worldwide filming Thomas together, and we have done different. I mean, they all have marvelous works of their own. So I think that this is really a great way to exchange our views and also opinions together. So there's also a question. So do you want to read out?
Yeah, all right. Train Boy, is it that one? Yeah, Train Boy Production asked, are we planning on making any more remakes, basically? So, well, we do not have specific plan at this moment on making any further remakes, but we
don't know when will an idea pop into our mind.
Yeah, definitely. We do not close this door. We definitely continue to make remakes. But firstly, it's saves a lot of time, much more than original stories. And I know you all are getting bored with the spotlights, reviews, and along the way. So maybe sometime a quick would be a good idea.
Yeah.
And apart from quick remakes, I actually have a big remake in mind for quite some time. It's the hottest place in town. I really, really want to remake that one. So
the
maybe one
MV or
yeah, basically the movie bits in this steelworks.
The steelworks.
Yeah, so I would really like to someday, bit by bit, set by set, film the hottest place in town. So hopefully we can get it out eventually, but definitely after Culdee Fell, that's our main priority at the moment.
And basically, both of us love the song a lot. We love the melody and the style. So both of us also want to remake it in our video, but there are still some work that we need to do. Perhaps we need to make some steelworks background as well. So that may take a little bit more time.
So another quick question from Can O Beans. Hopefully I read your name correctly. What characters are you planning on doing for Character Spotlight next? Well, actually, what are we doing next is not what you are seeing next or what we release next. We actually have a huge bunch of unlisted videos.
Waiting to be released.
Yeah, waiting to be released. And to prove that, I'm going to click onto the panel and let you guys see just how crazy we went at Thatcher went, not me. I didn't actually film not much of those. So we actually filmed a lot on a lot of crazy items, I would say. So let me bring over the camera here, and you can see we have a lot of these going on. Well, actually, you might want to move to your right a bit because the reflection is kind of showing your face. So you can see here the Trackmaster where we can't see. We have Dan with, it's so annoying, and Arthur. That is Flora, and yeah, you can see it's just a lot. Whoops, sorry, not to be seen. A lot of reviews or spotlights are waiting to be released. So from the list, definitely you can suggest the next one. But according to the schedule, the next one to be released should be Lexi. Yeah. So if any one of you particularly hate Lexi, so you might want to voice out now, and we can choose another one. But if not, the next one you see will be Lexi. Well, answering the question, what will we film the next spotlight? Well, definitely, just now we've mentioned Rebecca, the modified Rebecca, and see what crazy idea Thatcher came up with.
Well, basically, so, I've did maybe like most of the standard gauge engines, but I haven't done any road vehicles or maybe the narrow gauge engines yet. So if you guys like it, then we'll also film that as well.
Yeah, definitely. The Culdee Fell, I would like to actually review all of the characters, not only the engines but also the coaches. Those quite a significant amount of work.
Maybe you want to show Catherine to
definitely
as well.
Because a significant amount of work actually went into not only the engines but also the rolling stock, the coaches, the trucks, etc. So we might have a series of Culdee Fell custom reviews.
Or maybe some Culdee Fell footage, because just now we have mentioned that everything has been built from scratch, no matter from maybe engines, rolling stock, customs, or maybe even the story. They have also put a lot of time and effort into it.
Yeah, we'll definitely make a behind the scenes thing. And apart from the behind the scene where we talk, you can actually start up a kind of interview thing right here now, which is why we're starting this stream, the Q&A and stuff. What you want to know about Culdee Fell, the movie, season 2 episodes, and channel in general, we can answer it right now. So let me move the camera down here so you can see. We basically have this drawer which hosts all of the Culdee Fell engines and these coaches. Now this is Catherine. Okay, it's basically a knockoff ending Clario, so it's actually longer, which is good, because Culdee Fell coaches are quite long, I think. This is Catherine, and another significant coach you will remember after you watch the movie, definitely this one. I forgot her name. The number 2 written here is because on the script, she's referred to Coach
Number 2.
Yeah, Coach 2.
Because we haven't thought of the name at first, so I just simply Coach number something.
Yeah, and matching the engines.
Yeah, match the engine.
So this is Coach 2.
So obviously this coach is going to follow Ernest.
And you can see Cat right here, Catherine. Yeah, basically I write all of the labeling down here. This is Shane Dooney's coach, so that during filming between sets, you won't catch me from using the wrong coaches and stuff. We have oops.
This is the truck.
The truck, the closed eye truck.
The one that
based on the
Patrick pushed up the hill.
Yeah, since one of them closes their eye, so I think it looks great closing the eyes. And we also have another truck. We used both in the movie that has an eye open, but also doesn't look so happy. And the open coaches, yeah, there you go. All right, so this one, yeah, and this one is special. The special coach, yeah, it's meant to fall down the hill anyways. So this is Gaudret's coach. It's different from all the other coaches, and this one is
damaged.
Not actually damaged. It's what's so special about this one. It's actually totally scratch built, except for the chassis, of course. But these are all the wood that you can buy from hobby store, and I just slap them on and build, because I have an extra chassis but no more coaches top, so I think I should make one that works with Gaudret, which I think looks quite similar to illustration. If you know, put it here and you see Gaudret falling down from here, so it kind of matches. And this is another thing shown on Twitter before, the damaged model of Culdee. Yeah, the back doesn't change, but the face and all these details, Culdee and number 4 changes with the pack, detail pack inside. This is Gaudret without his nose, because during filming, after filming, it broke. Well, hopefully, thankfully, after filming. And this is Shane Dooney's face.
Some damaged nameplates and numbers.
Damaged nameplates, numbers. But actually, it's not meant to be damaged nameplates, just nameplates. But after filming for so long and putting it on and tearing it off, yeah, they all became damaged, which is not bad because this is a damaged model, an extra shell. So
I guess it matches the shell as well.
Yeah, now actually, out of all the mountain engines, this is my favorite custom making, because I just get to have a hammer and just destroy this thing completely.
The stress and damage the model.
Yeah, so this is extra shell for 3 engine with the same basis, so I think it's quite worth the investment, although this shell is free from the seller, and yeah, that's why we destroy it. So now coming back, I think we've looked enough at Rebecca, so let's take a
look at some more questions. So maybe you would like to answer this one, since you are the one more familiar with it.
Have you made like a Lord Gaudret custom?
Okay, so Gaudret.
Lord Harry or Gaudret? Well, basically we made both. Gaudret is right here, and Lord Harry is here. Oh, I forgot to read the name. The name of asking this question is Carter Hell. Yeah, perhaps. With season 1, episode 1, the first scene, Thomas has a profile pic. Yeah, so Lord Harry's here. Lord Harry. And Gaudret.
He also asked, have you made Rao?
Yes, for raw, we actually, very.
I think we have actually bought a motorized railway rail, and then we
Yes, but
just
before we show
converted it back to the Trackmaster chase. Let me show you that we have our old rail here. It was actually made from a troublesome truck, but after we got the other rail, then we decided that we should basically scrap this off, you see. Because it is made out of cardboard.
Well, we did not deliberately scrap it off. It's just break off. You know, it's cardboard. It's
And here is the
just
rail with the motorized railway shell.
Yeah, I think this looks a lot better with the motorized railway shell. I just I forgot which chassis. It's shorter than the old rail, and it's actually shorter than Thomas, which kind of looks accurate. So it's a truck chassis or tender chassis. I couldn't remember, but it's shorter and it looks kind of good, although it looks a bit short.
Or maybe the face looks a bit
thin. The face is relatively big, but I think it looks definitely better than this. I would say this is play rail, while this would be Trackmaster. So yeah,
that's the difference.
Kind of like that. The proportions, the quality, etc. is like Trackmaster standard. Another question from Zach Smith is: Do you plan on making Gustavo? Yeah, basically I don't even know how to read that name because I don't really watch those episodes as eagerly as maybe previous seasons. I go onto YouTube and I try to scroll through and saw the thumbnail. Sometimes I click in, sometimes don't. And Gustavo, I think it's that one from the electric railway, the Brazil or something. Yeah, I do not plan on making. Apparently, I don't even know his name.
Perhaps maybe if he has better character development or maybe some better stories
basically,
that we think that it is worthy to make him, then of course we'll make.
Yeah, though I doubt he will have a good character because
Number 4, big engine.
Yeah, they're basically that, and it's big world, big adventure. What do you expect? But from last year, we actually started on making a custom from the movie, which is the Garrett. What's the name?
Quaku.
Quaku, whatever. That engine. I still don't remember his name, but he has a cool basis, a true design that I love. So I'm gonna make. I'm actually making him. So before I start any more pointless BWBA customs, I will definitely finish
of course, we are going to do Quaku and maybe also some other characters that we want to do, but some of the characters are on hold. Perhaps if you think we may want to make Gabriella, then I'm actually also uncertain about that since we did not really know that much about her at this moment.
Yeah, and after making, we actually do not have a point of filming. Perhaps we can sell it to someone else to make the series, but we do not plan on focusing on not only not focusing, but also we do not even plan on filming on an Italian setting. We do have 2 episodes in season 2 focused on China, however.
Hongmei and Yongbao.
And the orange
female
and the black diesel thing. So we have those engines, and yeah, we basically have the whole China gang. So we are making 2 episodes just to not waste them, and we're trying to mock China. So you wait and see for those. I think it's interesting concept for those 2 episodes.
I know that some of you may want to ask, or maybe some of you may not want to ask, but I think that some of you may want to know whether we will do the review of Gina and maybe Lorenzo. The answer, I think that I will buy it, but currently it is not in our stores right now, so we still have to wait for it. Yeah, so we will buy it, and after buying it, we will do a review, definitely. And any other questions? Let's see the questions first. So, Ralph, those customs are good. Well, thank you.
Trackmaster Production, well, I mean, Trainboy53 said that Trackmaster Productions made a custom Gustavo. Yes, I do
Yeah,
see
we know
it.
that.
And I think it's from the Chuggington
Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson, or yeah, I don't even know the name of that. I don't know Gustavo, I don't know Wilson. So apparently I'm not planning on making it, but perhaps if someone commissioned us to make it for their series, we will make it. So it's just a cost and return evaluation. Colin Joe asked, Vanilla, why didn't you just put the Trackmaster Cole bunker on the player rail 1 and put that shell on the player rail Thomas chassis? It's kind of complicated, so let me you think it over. Put the Trackmaster bunker on the player rail 1. Shell. So I think the first thing is that this requires sawing. You have to cut this thing in half.
And it's difficult to cut out a bunker.
And it's risky, and I don't want to destroy Trackmaster or player rail. First thing, and put the shell on the player rail Thomas chassis. Well, firstly, the player rail Thomas chassis has the sloping running board, which doesn't kind of match Nia's. And it's too slopey, basically. Nia's not that slopey, and it doesn't have a cylinder and whatever. So I think the Trackmaster one does quite a good job. So why not just keep it? It's just a creepy face and a horrible, strange gear wheel thing. So we swapped those out and added detail. I think Nia now looks quite good, and I'll go grab Nia. So Thatcher maybe continue answering some of the questions.
Maybe I.
Hello, yeah. So our other phone currently just died. So we have killed 2 phones on this live stream. But as it is rebooting, we'll use the camera microphone to continue our conversation.
We'll just try our best to continue it. So basically, this live stream we have killed 2 phones. So it's just like maybe
hopefully you can still hear us clearly.
So maybe I can tell you a bit more of our season 2 while Dita goes out to find the Nia. So in season 2 we have actually planned on more episodes than season 1. Since in season 1 we did, I think it was 18 episodes. Well, originally, just when we started, we planned only 15, but since some of you liked it, so we decided to add on 3 more episodes. And as for season 2, we have actually more than 20 episodes. So I think that the total number will be 24, with one double-length finale and 2 China episodes, and others are some solo episodes that will feature some maybe secondary characters in the main role, and also introduce the new characters Rebecca and Lia as well. Some of the episodes, they do have a linkage between them, so that I think it will be better if you watch it by episode number that will air, so that I think that you will have a better idea of what is happening on in our series on Solo. So, have you found your Nia yet?
No, I haven't. Are there any more questions?
Let's check first. Yes, Trainboy55 production raised the question, which custom you made so far was your favorite? So, because the customs are mainly done by Dita, so I think you can answer that question.
Yeah, one question. Which custom you made so far is your favorite? Well, currently, of course, it's not one custom, but the whole Mountain Engine gang. I'm saying this not only to promote the movie, but also, I spent a lot of time and money, time and effort on these whole groups of engines. So I think currently my favorite custom will be the Mountain Engine gangs and maybe the engines particularly.
There are also some questions. I think that Detail will answer these in a minute, since I think that those are some questions that are more related to him. Well, I think apart from our season 2 and Culdee Fell, we do have some other plans on videos. Perhaps some. I think we are going to think outside the box somehow, just to give you guys some more interesting content. And apparently that Dita is still busy finding the
Near and a new phone. What editing software do you use? Asked by Cattle Beans. Well, we use Coral Video Studio Pro. Yeah, basically that. And I think I found the wooden train you need from Scottish Engines. Well,
what?
Yeah, I don't know what wooden train I need. So if you know what I need, you definitely can, suggest it to me. And hello, hi. Okay. Any more questions? So I think someone pointed out there is a glitch, but I have nothing to do with it. I don't know how to deal with it. So let's just continue to answer some questions if you have any. Okay, so from Gannon's post, asking if our YouTube icon is made by ourselves or someone else. Well, actually, it's made by someone else. We sent them a picture of Yong Bao, apparently, and they made, this one. I think he painted with Photoshop or something. So, yeah, I really like it. Scottish Engines are Season 2 and Culdee Fell Special. Which one do you like better? Well,
I think
currently I would say
Culdee
Culdee Fell better. And hopefully you don't see a big, huge difference in quality. But I must say I put a lot more effort in Culdee Fell than filming Season 2.
Yeah.
So,
because Culdee Fell is basically I think we have kind of changed a whole new style of writing, and also the
style of filming as well.
So we really want to make some changes to this so that we can make this a unique project to all of you guys, so that maybe you guys will remember us more. Yeah, so it's original comparing to the story. Well, basically both of them are original, but we think that the Culdee Fell is more unique.
Yeah, more unique. Some friends point out that not much people attempted to make the whole gang of Culdee Fell to make a movie with the customs and sets, especially sets, and yeah, we did it. So we spent
also,
time and money. So we hope you enjoy it.
We have searched on YouTube that not many YouTubers they did, or maybe I saw some YouTubers they did the Culdee Fell adventures themselves. They've written it, and some were basically remakes from the book. But I think that we haven't seen anyone with combining elements from the book and some of our own adventures into one production together. So I think that is actually a new try for us.
Enterprising Engine 93 did just that.
That was
the Culdee Fell movie is kind of that, with a twist with human interaction and stuff. So that one is more alike to what Matt is doing in his series and stuff. But this is kind of like an Adventure Begins, which is like the Adventure Continues. The CGI adaptation, CGI styles adaptation. We try to make the faces a bit CGI style. So like if you look at Ernest, we based his face on, but basically they don't die, so we can't show you at the moment. But you can look back later. Ernest's face is based on the Wiki image of a book about the mountain engines or whatever. I found the image on the Culdee Fell Wiki page, and we based it off that, with a twist of a kind of CGI looking. and now it just basically looks like Ryan. It's not intended like that, but it turns out to be like Ryan. And Wilfred, I really like Ernest and Wilfred's face, and Culdee is also quite close to the wooden model. Actually, we based it on the wooden model. And Shane Dune is also based on I think a magazine story that's it's basically a mountain engine with a smaller Thomas face. So we use that, and I think it keeps all the engines different. Looking at it at this moment makes all of them individual characters.
Or maybe just to tell you guys more about maybe behind the scenes of what happened in our Culdee Fell special. Well, originally we decided that we adapt from the book and also combine adventures of our own. And at first we also thought of maybe adding some mountain diesels on the railway, since the Snowdon Mountain Railway, they actually have diesels running the railway as well. Well, but after consideration, we think that may be a little bit out of the topic, and maybe a bit too, the difference may be too large, so we think that we just keep steam engines first. So maybe if you guys like it, then we may consider to do diesels as well.
Yeah, like we see most of the mountain engines adaptations are made in trains, and we see some diesels going on in there called
the Snowdon.
It's called Mice something. Yeah, we basically watched every Culdee Fell productions, and we try to see what they've done, what we can keep, and what we can add on, what haven't been touched before, so it's fresh and we can put it in. So we have the script written the first time just to link up all the stories by Thatcher, and then I review it, make it more CGI-like, and reduce the role of a narrator. We add some dialogues. And then we add the theme of Culdee being the leader along the way. So we try to link the whole story into not just fragments of memories of Culdee or memories from the story, but also make it kind of make sense as a whole. That's how Culdee develops along the way. And just now I've discovered one of the problems after Godred died. It's kind of like disregarding his death. So I've just added one line, and hopefully, we've just rewritten the script once again, and hopefully the voice actor will be happy to re-record a few lines to make it look better. Yeah.
So maybe just to give you a little bit more update, is that we changed the style. What we meant by changing the style of writing is that we, or maybe you can see that is a common feature between our season 2 and also the Culdee Fell, is that we did reduce the role of the narrator quite a lot, because we want the story to be more lively, so that we think that dialogue is indeed necessary to make it more lively and more interactive.
Yeah, so if anyone of you just wander down to our channel and saw our channel art, the banner, we saying that we are combining CGI elements with classic elements, something like that. So basically, it's that we have the classic feel of story. We plan on doing that, and hopefully we can. And we have the CGI style of adaptation, so that the narrator's role is kind of like in season 20. I think is the best point. So we are answering more questions.
Quite a lot, so maybe let's have a look at some questions that some of you guys raised in the chat.
Let's switch one. Do you enjoy making reviews or showcasing a custom engine better? A question from Gannon's post. Well, I would say it's equally enjoyable, but the product of custom sports like actually contains the joy of making the custom itself. So when I review that custom, I actually can tell you how it's made and what this part is from. Maybe it's from chopstick or from a straw or just cardboard, a hard one, soft one, etc. And it brings up the joy of making custom. So the act of reviewing is actually both the same amount of enjoyment. But when I review a custom, I also have an additional joy of making the custom itself, which is why I can review it at this moment. Hopefully I answered your question. And okay, hello. Let me check the mic. I think. Thank you, Engine Fan 020 for pointing out. So yes, all right, it's working now, I think. So once again, thank you for coming. Well, it's not the end of the live stream. I'm just saying because we turned off the microphone for a moment. So hopefully you can see us now. And Engine Fan, yeah, all right, great. Thank you. Engine Fan 020 is a very talented custom maker, not custom, a model builder, and a friend of us. So go check him out. Makes excellent Thomas and Percy Gatron models, and I don't know what plans you have in the future, but yeah, if you haven't checked him out, go check him out. And are there any more questions? Scottish Engines asked, will you make any more Big World, Big Adventure customs?
Not sure.
No plan on making them now.
Least probably at this moment.
Yes, we might make it if suddenly something very interesting appears.
Since there are actually quite a number of characters, maybe like the recolor of Frankie, and maybe if you say Natalie, or maybe some other, or maybe recalls of other engines, but we think that it's not that necessary just to buy another Henry and Peter Purple for a secondary character.
Well, actually, I have bought a Henry cheap.
For example,
painted a grey or purple. I forgot
or maybe if you
for the China episodes that we can sneak it in and put it in the background. So perhaps we will, but just that
uncertain at this moment.
And we will finish the Kwaku first. So if there is not any more questions, then yeah, I think any more questions? If not, we have actually prepared an exclusive clip, a 3 minutes clip that is
about Culdee Fell,
taken from the Culdee Fell special. So we need some preparation. So
I just stay here, and we'll.
Yeah, Fletcher will stay to try to answer your questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Just raise it in the chat first.
Yeah, and Fletcher will answer them. while I get the setup prepared for the Culdee Fell thing.
Sorry for that noise.
You can talk to the laptop.
So, we have, I think that some of you, if you have noticed our Twitter recently, that we put a lot of Culdee Fell things on our Twitter, and we hope that kind of, get you guys into interest into our project. Since, that for the Culdee Fell project, we have indeed put a lot of effort, no matter maybe in customs, in writing, and even finding our cast voice acting for our project. And we do have a long line of credits, and we have some other music uh, music people that are responsible for that part. I hope that you guys also like it. And we have also changed some lyrics on some old songs for you. So I think Dita is ready for the preview.
Yes, so yeah, let's keep it going.
Yeah, let's start.
Okay, Thatcher, I'm now in the study. It's please tell me if it's working properly.
So here we present you the preview clip of our Culdee Fell project.
Okay, so I have stopped the clip because of technical difficulty. We'll try to talk.
Sorry that it is a bit uncomfortable.
Okay, so I have stopped the clip because of technical difficulty. We'll try to talk. So I have stopped the clip because of technical difficulty. We'll try to talk. So I had stopped the clip because of technical difficulty. We'll try to talk. So
Oh dear. Why do I have that terrible feeling that something is about to go wrong? It's getting late. We should get some rest.
So, hello. It seems that the noise has stopped, finally. Is that what you guys hear? Or is the noise still going on? Or you can't hear me at all? That's actually maybe you should keep talking so I can check.
Oh, okay, so Dita will just handle the technical difficulties now. Unfortunately, when we tried testing earlier, just now, it didn't happen like that, so that was basically unexpected. So
yeah, it seems it's all right. Maybe you can check the chat, see if.
So yeah,
It is working.
working.
Yeah, finally.
So maybe we can continue on the clip.
Yeah, let's start all over again with the clip, and hopefully this time you can hear the clip.
Now, we'll test your brakes. No braking, driver. Hands off. Let him room. Oh no! What should I do? Aha! I can put my brakes on. I finally stopped. Phew! Well done, Culdee. I won't be nervous anymore. Why should I be? Not only do I have automatic brakes, but I also have my driver. You were really brave, Culdee. Temple's back is really tough. I wish I was brave like you. I'd be nervous if it was my turn. Ha! Definitely not. We've got automatic brakes, don't we? And our driver's got air brake. Why should we ever be nervous? Rolling off the mountain like a boulder. I guess a metal one in this case. Never. I, Godfrey, am named after a king, and I have nothing to worry about. Oh dear. Why do I have that terrible feeling that something is about to go wrong? It's getting late. We should get some rest. The opening day is right around the corner. Good night. Nothing to be scared of. I'll just run the tracks and get myself going. I don't even have to look where I'm headed. The tracks guide me to wherever I should. Please be careful. If you up to the summit of Culdee Fell, bringing more visitors onto the island to see the beautiful landscape of Sodor. I now declare the Culdee Fell Mountain Railway officially open.
All right, so that's basically it. I know there still is some problems going on. I went to the computer and it seems like the soundtrack of the clip is replaying itself again and again over the actual clip. So there is some problem going on, but at least there's no noise.
Perhaps release the preview clip on our channel as well.
At least you can see how the visual is going on. And but the voice work from our dearest voice actors friends is also stunning. So it would be a pity if you guys cannot hear clearly this 3-minute clip. but hopefully you can get the idea on what's going on. And we do not plan on releasing this before, but you know, after this
Maybe we should.
problem, yeah, we will release this clip after a few reviews, like 2 or 3 spotlights, and then we'll have this one, you know, released, a 3-minute exclusive clip. And then we also have the trailer. So there's quite a lot of Culdee Fell business going on. So hopefully we can grab your attention, have your interest, and yeah, I think that's it. So let us get back into a cool and well air-conditioned room as we, you know, shut this down. Okay, continue. Okay, so we're now heading back into the air-conditioned room. Hopefully we can grab your attention, have your interest down. Okay, so now we're back in the room. And let me set up the camera again so at least you guys can see as well as hear. Yeah, maybe you should check the charts.
So it seems some of you are positive about our project.
So yeah, the remaining sound is horrible, I know. So but I see some of you guys enjoyed the clips, which is
Good thing.
a good thing. So well, perhaps you enjoy the visual, but the sound we will definitely release. You know, the clip that we've just played onto YouTube. But you know what? For the 15 minutes clip material released for the Journey Beyond Soul, remember the soundtrack is also messed up, so that's kind of accurate, isn't it? So are there any more questions regarding that? Because if not, I think that concludes our live stream. So we can continue filming for season 2. We'll wait for a minute here.
So maybe if you have some other questions on hold, maybe you can ask us on social media, Twitter.
Yeah, so we'll wait for around 30 seconds to a minute now. And if there aren't any more new, if there aren't any questions, then I think that concludes our live stream, our 2019 live stream. Well, actually,
Thank you for your support for these 5 years, of course. And just to tell you that we have already almost reached 10,000 subscribers, right? I think we have already 9,000 and close to 9,600 subscribers. So we still have about 400 to go. So
yeah. So when we hit 10,000, right? When we hit 10,000 subscribers, we will release the trailer, and then we will have a few more spotlights before we release the exclusive clip that you have just saw. And then maybe there's some trailer 2 or stuff, some side things, and then the actual movie.
Yeah. So we hope that the actual movie can air in this year, and we are looking forward to that as well.
So are there any questions in the chat? Right, so it seems no question. All right, so it's
maybe one more question. Will Patrick, Alaric, and Eric introduce later? You have to check it out in our video.
Yeah, check our special and you know. Yeah, so I think that concludes our live stream today regarding Culdee Fell with the not so successful exclusive preview and some Q&A regarding Culdee Fell and season 2. And the reason we started this live stream is not only we do this annually, but also because this year is when we have just finished our public examination, which we plan on leaving YouTube for the exam. But you know, we just have a bunch of videos scheduled that you don't even notice our absence. So, but we have stopped filming for
almost a year.
Yeah, almost a year. So now we're back, and we are going into a university, a college, and yeah. So I'm not sure when we enter that we'll provide us with more time or less. So we'll see how it goes. But season 2 is around half finished, half filmed, right?
I think half filmed.
Yeah,
basically.
half filmed. And after today, there will be only a few
I mean,
few major
major
sets,
scenes.
like
I think only
Nathan and
two.
Timot. Yeah, but it's a big set. So,
So I think after today, then season 2 will close to be finished for the filming part, but we still need to do more editing and also
Yeah,
wait
which
for
is
the voice
tedious.
actors to hand in the lines to us as well.
yeah, so another promotion, advertisement, whatever here is that if you have interest, if you're interested in voicing for our season 2, well, currently Culdee Fell is full, yeah, we've basically finished all the stuff. But if you have interest in our
For season 2, we still have some characters available that's not. I mean, no people have signed up for the
They're
character
not
yet.
taking it. So if you're interested, you can definitely contact us with a sample of your work, please. And yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's it for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed and thank you very much. And we are going to sign off very soon.
And before signing off, I have something to show off real quick. Let me see. We have the poster that I've shown quite a number of close friends, but not publicly on YouTube or Twitter. So this is the poster of our Culdee Fell special. So that's it. And thank you for joining us today. Let's put the camera back at the mountain engines, our main star, and we will conclude the live stream here. So thanks for watching, and hope you guys enjoy the live stream and keep watching for our keep subscribed and keep
And
watching
stay
for our
tuned
stay tuned for our season 2 and Culdee Fell special. So this is Wong Village signing off.
Bye.